Hi, thanks for tuning in to my official YouTube channel. I'm Reverend MeeLing, been known by a few names. Reverend MeeLing, Reverend Susan MeeLing, Lady Dori, Belle, few names. So, my neighbors in 736 have tapped on their little cabinet doors or whatever, and so I've seen the female in the apartment there, and I've also seen the male. And so I, way back when on FetLife, in regards to dealing with certain things, that was just one of those. I had dealt with quite a few threats by that point, but also had dealt with certain types of commentary, and it was just one of those. Well, I'll just I'll just make some comments and here, you could take a long walk off a short pier into shark and or piranha and barracuda infested waters. I mean, I've done it. I've gone scuba diving. So can't say that there aren't piranhas and barracudas in the ocean. There are. There's quite a few. Um, However, I don't like to go off of certain things in regards to um, discussions. I prefer to actually discuss things. I don't actually like to go into name calling or anything like that. It's just a thing. And so I kind of thought of a few things where some people could probably giggle. Maybe it's a little bit of scuba diving humor mixed with, military, mixed with growing up in New Jersey and going to the five boroughs. So I'm gonna, there's those. What is it? I grew up hearing, your mama's so this and your mama's so that. Well, okay, I can make some satirical comments in that regard. In regards to certain individuals I've known over the years, your personality is so ugly that the anglerfish is something that I'd actually rather cuddle and snuggle with over actually having a discussion with you, because at least the anglerfish doesn't smell as bad as you do in your opinions. Um, you know, and that's in the depths of the ocean, and then there's you. So why are you allowed on land, but the anglerfish has to be in the ocean? At least the anglerfish is cute compared to you. Um, the anglerfish has a better smile than you do, and I'd rather look into the anglerfish eyes over your eyes any day of the week, because it's so much cuter than you are. Um, I'm a little weird. I don't deny that. Let's see. That's another one that I could think of off the top of my head. Oh, so I've met, quite a few types of people in, my life. I mean, I was born in 1982, but I've met a few people over the years. And in regards to certain individuals I've known and have had certain situation issues and problems with, you know, um, I felt safer swimming in the Matthias abyss than I do speaking with you. And at least those fish and aquatic life respected me. What's your problem? Um, when a shark that is bigger than what I saw in a picture thing for the megalodon actually listened to me. What's wrong with you? Why are you so dumb? Why is it that the fish that is bigger than the megalodon shark by a lot listen to me, and yet you are failing to comprehend the words that are coming out of my mouth in my face, and I only got one face, unlike you. And so, uh, I'm very easily entertained in simple things for simple minds. So, in regards to certain individuals in the apartment next to mine, You know, I'm just saying, there's a few. What's another one? Mm, okay. So piranhas are sweeter than you are, and at least they know how to take care of their own in a school. What's wrong with you? Um, I have met more venomous fish than I have actually you, um, realistically, and survived. For a really long time. And military guys have like plenty of things that they could, in that same sort of thing. Like, yeah, well, I walked around and wherever and I survived this, but you think your words are gonna hurt me. Oh, okay. Um, your feelings mean so much less to me than, the fire that I went under, when dealing with and survived. That sort of thing. Like, there are guys who can understand that sort of humor. I actually tried to see if the USO would allow me to go on a but apparently I wasn't allowed. So I thought that that'd be kind of fun. Be like, you guys when when you deal with certain civilians that want to over, like, oh, their feelings. Yeah, okay, well, you know what? Let me think about this. Your feelings, in my case, over my headaches and migraines. I'll pay a little bit more attention to the headaches and migraines I deal with. Why can't you be more respectful of that when you want me to respect you? It just, and so military guys who have done certain things, oh, well, I mean, I did walk through the dot 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 of the dot 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 and went dot 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 and survived dot dot dot, and then those are the dot 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 civilians might not necessarily understand, but there are guys who understand that dot dot dot, and oh, your feelings. Oh, I think I will survive another day. I think that I will be able to breathe another breath of air and be quite all right, not taking into consideration nor caring about your over nothing. And that's not just for military guys. There are plenty of other guys with different types of jobs that can be like, oh, you want to cry over what? Oh, okay. Well, yesterday I had done dot 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 to make sure dot 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 was safe, and in the process of dot 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 went under fire, took care of it, and then arrested the bad guy, and then took care of the victim, and then everything was great. But yes, your feelings went in that regard. So, there are civilians who haven't been able to understand certain individuals' humor. Well, take it into consideration and into context. So, for civilians who have never been in a place that is similar to where I grew up in New Jersey, in more specifics, walking around the 5 boroughs of New York, and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania as a child in the 1980s and 1990s. For those of you who have not had that as an experience, you are just not going to understand the type of humor, which in turn means, if you don't have military, law enforcement, fire department, EMS sort of background, you're not going to be able to understand that, because that version of humor, in comparison to growing up where I did, in certain regards is kind of on the same level, depending upon which area you're looking at as far as what their jobs were. And then, when it comes to like scuba divers who go scuba diving in the ocean and have gone to certain areas in the ocean and survived, oh, look, there's just a shark right there. Okay, whatever. Um, survive that. So, that sort of stuff. So, I have a little bit of a different humor. I mean, it's all good. It's just, There have been civilians over the years who haven't been able to understand it, and there are civilians who have been able to understand it. However, the amount of whiny little, oh, pay attention to my feelings, has just been one of those, oh. If you actually knew what suffering was, you wouldn't be complaining to me about your feelings. If you actually knew what pain was, you would not be complaining to me. If you actually knew about stuff that was genuinely important, you wouldn't be complaining to me. And yet, I dealt with, my apartment neighbors in 736 just on their, cabinet doors on the other side, and their kitchen to my kitchen, because those who have ever been in an apartment one next to each other, you know what it looks like. It's the exact same thing, only on the opposite side. And so it's no different. That's how they're built. That's just the way that goes. It makes the plumbing and the electric stuff go much easier for the guys to run the lines, as well as lay out the different floor formatting and stuff like that. I'm just saying. Anyway, so I figured I'd make a quick little official YouTube video of mine. You guys have a good one. I hope you giggled a little bit. Maybe it'll get a few guys thinking about, and not being sexist, it's an East Coast term. I've actually been called sexist for using the term guys. And then I was told that I was stupid because I would not use the plural version for a group of individuals, which then I was called stupid for bringing up Latin, and not the only language that, when you talk about a mixed gender group of individuals, you refer to in the male aspect. And then if it's just a group of males, well then yes, you use it in the male context of the word. But if it's only a group of females, that's the only time it's ever in the feminine version. Otherwise, if it's a mixed group of individuals, it's in the male aspect of the terminology for the word. But I was called sexist for knowing that. Yeah. Same individuals at the times that had occurred of the, we're in college, you don't know what it's like. Oh, do tell. Because, you are accurate. I don't know what college is like per se, but I'm getting quite a bit of enough of a perspective to understand. And if college is full of a bunch of yous, you can can stay over there, and I'll go with like smart people. I'll do that. I may be dumb. I obviously went from college algebra with trigonometry and calculus to second grade math after my head injury on Palm Sunday in 2000. But at least I'm smart enough to know that I don't need to be around yous trying to tell me that you think I'm sexist because I know actual verbiage. Language is not sexist. By the way, it's just how those words are formatted, but okay. But if I was smart enough, according to them, I would see the problems with that. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Comment, share, like, and subscribe to my official YouTube channel. Have a good one.